Hello, hi.
Hi.
I'm Kyle with Trek News. How's it going?
Great Trek News. What's up? You're Kyle with Trek News. Love it.
Trek News, that's right.
Love it.
How you doing?
I'm great.
Feeling good tonight?
Yeah. I'm a huge Trek fan, so
nice.
yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
Any particular Trek in general you like, or just all
Well,
of it?
I started from the original because I was a kid.
Yeah.
So I was watching Star Trek I've been doing this since I'm
Love it.
4. Live
Love
long
it.
and prosper.
Yeah.
Do.
So you're a real hardcore. Mind meld. There we go.
I'm hardcore, and I have so many people in my universe that are in various. Starting with Kate Mulgrew, obviously.
Yeah. Right. Of course.
Anthony Rapp, Wilson Cruz, Anson Mount. Believe it or not, Anson and I are really
You're tight
good
with
friends.
all these people.
And like Tig's in this show, and
Yeah.
Tig and I have done a bunch of shit together. So yeah, I am a huge fan.
What's
I
not to love?
cannot wait to see this next kind of representation of Starfleet.
So what's your feeling about Starfleet Academy generally based on trailers or things you've heard from people? Like what kind of vibe do you think it's going for, and how do you think people will respond to it?
I have no clue.
Okay.
I'm just going to say I have no clue what the vibe is going to be. I'll see that when I get in there, and how are people going to respond to it? It's fucking Star Trek. They're going to hate it.
Naturally.
Nobody's going to watch this.
Well, we've seen a few and they're pretty good.
Yeah. I'm excited.
Yeah,
I'm
awesome.
excited.
Thanks for stopping by.
Thank you.
Absolutely.
Hi there, Kyle with Trek News. How's it going? Yeah. Good to see you.
Nice to see you.
Welcome to the red carpet for Starfleet Academy. How you feel today?
I feel great. It's great to finally get it out into the world and see what everybody thinks. And
it's been a long time coming, hasn't it? You've been working on the show for a long time. What do you think Starfleet Academy is going to offer audiences, both who have seen all the other Star Trek and also some new fans?
I think what's wonderful is they get a nice mix of the new and the older, the young and the older. You've got a nice, fresh, young cast that no one's really seen before. Merged together with an award-winning cast that is just phenomenal. And I think seeing those two things mix is really nice.
Awesome. And what do you think Starfleet Academy, how does it differ from Discovery, a series that you have a name on all over, which is great. What does Starfleet Academy offer that's different than Discovery?
Oh, well, it couldn't be more different, actually. The only thing that's similar is the fact that it's in the same timeline. And you've got a couple of the same people behind the scenes. But Discovery dealt with themes that were always older, always the end of the world, and always, the stakes were always at a certain level. And Starfleet Academy is a little bit different than that. It's dealing a little bit more interior. What's it like to be one of the cadets that is training to be one of the officers that we love. And so that right away makes it very different. The camera doesn't always move, right? The camera always moves in Discovery. We're always in space.
Well, that was my next question. So the production is different, obviously, for a pretty stationary show. Starfleet Academy, it's built to move around with Gina and such, but you're in San Francisco a lot, especially in the first few episodes of season 1. What's that like from the production side, having to manage that kind of setup than, say, Discovery?
Well, it was very interesting. The setup of this idea that the ship becomes the campus. And
great ship design, by the way.
Oh yeah, Matthew Davies did that along with Jason Zimmerman at VFX. Matthew Davies was our art director, school production designer. But yeah, that the light was the biggest thing, right? We want to have San Francisco quality light. Sometimes it's foggy San Francisco. Sometimes it's bright sunlight.
It's a very warm sun that filters through. We notice it. We love it. It's heartfelt. It's comforting. Yeah,
that's exactly right. Yeah. I'm glad you noticed. Like you always wonder, who picks up on these things.
It's a lot different from, say, Discovery that could be really dark sometimes. But now this show is very bright. It's also in a different aspect ratio, isn't it?
That's right.
So we get to see more of this world and we absorb more of it. I think it's a great choice.
Yeah, well, thank you for that. Yeah, the DP, Tommy Maddox, really had this idea where he wanted a taller frame, and he wanted that warmer light. He wanted to add more color, and he worked through this along with Alex Kurtzman, who did the pilot scene. And it was, and that's actually the answer to your other question. Discovery was very dark in a lot of ways, and Starfleet Academy is the light.
Well, thank you so much for talking with Trek News.
Thank you. Thank you. Thanks for watching. Yeah, I appreciate your attention to detail.
Throughout the years, we had so many. Very good.
Thank you for coming out to celebrate the premiere of Starfleet Academy. Tell me about what it was like working on this show and kind of the hard-ass character you have. We love it.
I love her too. She's so fun to play. I get to shout at kids all day, but then I also get to show the softer side of the character. You know, there are moments with cadets on their own where you get to see she has empathy. She cares for these kids. You get to see her burgeoning friendship with the captain, you know, and show how she changes and softens. You know, because she's made from two warrior species. You know, so she's softening around the edges, and I love that.
We get some Full Metal Jacket vibes from her. It's funny. Are the actors scared of you yet?
When I get into character, yeah.
Yeah, sure.
When I'm out of character, they're like, oh, Gina's fun, and then I just turn and like, oh my god.
That makeup is fierce. It must take forever.
Yeah, it takes 3 hours to put on and about an hour to take off.
Yeah.
So I'm there 3 to 4 hours before the cast are there in the morning, and I'm there at least an hour, hour and a half after everybody else has gone home. Me and my prosthetics guys. So yeah, it's a lot.
How would you describe the vibe of Starfleet Academy? You know, taking everything from the visuals of its presentation, the actors, the writing, like, what is it offering this franchise that is now 60 years old?
I mean, I think it's bringing new fresh blood into the franchise. I mean, yeah, it's aimed at a kind of a younger audience, but I think there's plenty of the same action, the same aesthetic, the same vibe that old school fans are still going to enjoy. So I think there's something for everybody, but it's definitely geared to attract new blood into the franchise and attract new audience. And I'm here for it. And us oldies are still in it, so...
I don't think that's ever going to change. They can bring in new blood, but you know, it's
exactly. You know, you still got the dark. You know, come on.
Yeah. Awesome, love it. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much.
Appreciate
Thank you.
Thanks. Trevor.
Yes.
Hi, with TrekNews.net.
Hello. How are you?
Thank you for coming to the red carpet today. And what do you think about
the blue carpet?
The blue. You're right. What do you think of Starfleet Academy finally being out in the wild almost?
You know, it's funny. I think that in many ways it's been a long time coming, and I don't just mean the 2 years we've spent in production. I mean the 50, 60 years that Star Trek Academy, or whatever they've been calling it, all in the different incarnations, has been spoken of since the time of Gene Roddenberry, and is now coming to fruition. So I think that from that standpoint, I'm very pleased that you know, we have an incarnation that we're going to be able to share with the fans and be able to see what they think of this younger group of people coming up.
That is amazing. That's such a great.
What do you think Starfleet Academy offers the new next generation show to say? What do you think is different about this show compared to all the other shows that came before?
I think if we've done our job right, we will have created a wonderful balance between what is Star Trek and what is
you can't really just take in. You just got to
young people going through
and there's so giving and there was so much advice.
And if we have created that balance well enough, I think you'll find something really unique that hasn't been in many other Star Trek. Maybe a character here and there, but truly a show that is about coming of age and finding yourself and finding who that officer of Starfleet you want to be is. You know? So I think hopefully we've done that. Hopefully the audience will connect with it.
Tell me about the younger cast, group of talented actors for sure. We have one right here next to us. So what do you think? How do they integrate into this fandom, into this huge now roster of actors and actresses who are good in Star Trek?
Yeah, I mean, I think that you know, look, all power to our casting directors. They did a wonderful job finding this new talent and bringing them together and recognizing that they would work well together as a crew or a group. I think from the standpoint of you know what they can expect being part of this universe, for us at Roddenberry, it's always been about being a family. It's always we have our babies, we have our
just think about his fears, his flaws, not this huge scale thing as a whole, but just who is the person. So it's always important.
Yeah, the good news, I don't have to be one of them, so fortunately.
Last question for you, Trevor. What do you think, how does Starfleet Academy embody the Roddenberry?
It's been an improvement.
I think that we have attempted to stay true to you know what Starfleet is and its ideas.
Mama!
An episode to really talk about something deeper, utilizing analogies and parallels, really speaking about our own existence in some way, and hopefully, again, at the same time, the youthful understanding of who we were at that time time in our lives when we didn't know, you know, what we were going to become.
Yeah, I love this. This is cool.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
We can talk about
Wow.
Don't tell me you know TrekNews.net, do you?
Well, do you have an Instagram account?
Yes, of course.
Yeah, then I'm on it. I'm sure.
Okay,
I'm on it.
perfect.
Okay.
Thanks for taking the time to walk down the line.
Oh yeah, man, it's awesome.
I was hearing you saying that you have watched a ton of Star Trek before starting the role. Tell me about revisiting the franchise that you are now a part of.
Well, it's incredible. In the 60th year to be, like, I'm a kid from Canada, right?
Sure.
So I grew up watching one of our Canadians, William Shatner, as Captain Kirk.
Why isn't he here tonight? Calm
Very
down,
good
bring him
question.
down.
Very good. He's probably at a convention signing autographs.
That's right.
Look,
Any series from the past that resonated very deeply with you?
well, original series is my total introduction to the world, and someone of my age, I mean, that's something I saw in reruns as a kid. I saw so many episodes, and you know, it came at a time when there wasn't as much on TV, right? So like, I'm 51, so if you're 51, a whole lot of us who are 51 saw original series at some point in our lives.
Hey, and people a lot younger too, it has lived on and on.
It's incredible, and I think it really set it sort of set the pace and the tone for everything that's come after. I then was a fan of Next Generation,
of course,
and Picard.
Yep.
I mean,
and I heard you say you binge Discovery too, right?
yeah. Well, when I got this part, I had a lot of catching up to do.
Sure.
And of course, I'd seen a bit of Picard, I'd seen a bit of Strange New Worlds, but because this story continues from the Discovery era, for research, I was like, I'm going to watch every episode of Discovery.
So what do you think Starfleet Academy then brings to fans who have seen all that Star Trek? What do you think they'll get out of it, especially younger fans?
Well, I mean, look, there's two ways to look at it. You could say, well, it's got young people in it, so it's for young people, right? And why the hell should we watch it? It's got 20-year-olds in it. Sure, you can say that, but I would suggest watching it first, because the point is...
What a novel idea.
Well, you're seeing it from their point of view. Of course, there's stories about young people, but it's also got Academy Award winner Holly Hunter in it, who's not 20 years old. I ain't 20 years old. Paul Giamatti's in it. It has this kind of great balance, I think, of amazing actors and interesting storylines among some of the older characters. But it's also about, like, what I love about it is we're in a world right now where generation boomers and Xers and some millennials have not left the people under us a very great world to deal with.
Starfleet Academy in that respect seems to fit the present time very well.
Yeah, because, you know, the burn is in a sense this terrible cataclysmic event that everybody's got to recover from, and we've left them a broken world, and that's a parallel that I think Alex has spoken about, and that I think is well reflected in the show, and to me makes it interesting. It's like what are young people supposed to do with whatever this is, and that part I love it. And these kids are great. These young actors are amazing. They've bonded beautifully. I mean, when you have Holly Hunter as your number one, the bar's up here for all of us.
Tell me about the mood on the set where you do have those more experienced and seasoned actors with the younger folks. What's that dynamic like?
Well, almost whatever age you are, you're not going to meet a more prepared, harder working, more dedicated actor than Holly Hunter. It's just, I work with a lot of people, and she's in a class of her own. And then when you have a guest star like Paul Giamatti, who's another total genius actor, I mean, that's not a newsflash. They have totally different style, they work a completely different way, but that set the bar of people being prepared, rehearsing, knowing their lines, and having thought and conversations around it. And you know, Alex and the whole Star Trek world that exists now, they set up a great work environment. It's collaborative. You know, there's not a lot of crazy ego stuff. I swear to God, people get up every day, including this guy Tunde beside me. They get up every day and they try to make the best effing show they can make. There's no like waltzing through it. Everybody is trying their best, and I love that.
Well, Starfleet Academy seems to have a lot of heart. It comes through the screen for sure. Thank you so much for taking the time to welcome to the franchise.
Yeah, awesome. Thank you so much, guys. Thank you.
Kyle with TrekNews.net. Pleasure to meet you.
Nice to meet you. Thank you.
So, what has changed the most in terms of the production for you on set between Voyager and Starfleet Academy?
Everything costs more now. We have the biggest set ever built for Star Trek, so it's amazing. It's awe-inspiring. It's you step into the atrium set of Starfleet Academy and you are enveloped. You are in a different world.
A little bit bigger than sickbay in Voyager, huh?
Yeah, I mean our sets. I was amazed at how real our sets felt, but they are toys size-wise in comparison.
Hey, back in the day, that was pretty great to me.
Yeah, well, when you see, there's a moment in the pilot where you'll see a couple of our characters running through the atrium, and that'll give you
going up the stairs, right?
You'll get a sense of how huge it is.
Yeah, it must take. It's a good workout running across that set.
Even I have to run around sometimes.
Why can't you just flicker, everywhere?
I do. I flicker here and there. I don't need. I don't. Remember, I don't need the mobile emitter anywhere on the ship.
That's true.
Because there are hollow projectors everywhere now, so I blip in and blip out.
Nice and convenient, huh?
Yeah, very convenient.
How well did you adapt to the kind of mentoring role that the Doctor has to do for some of these kids?
The Doctor mentored 7 of 9. It was one of the most fun relationships I had on the show, trying to help this former Borg reclaim her humanity, and it was what was most fun about it is that he's not human, but he believes he's the best teacher of how to be human. So there was certain comic potential in that, but what made, and you'll see it in the pilot tonight.
Yeah. Oh, I've seen it twice already.
All right. Well, after 800 years of having different, I'm turning my tie back on. After 800 years.
What's up with your tie?
It takes a break here.
Love it.
Let's see. Let's pick a good.
You are just
color.
styling tonight. You got the pin, the tie, the hat. I love it.
So let's put it this way. After 800 years, what is that? For 32 generations of organic colleagues dying next to you, how interested are you in forming personal relationships?
It's taxing, I'm sure.
Not so much.
Yeah.
So I would say that the Doctor is courteous and professional, but not really interested in forming friendships. But that gets, there's one student who is bound and determined to break that.
Sam?
I'm not going to say.
Oh, okay, all right. No spoilers here. Love it.
No quotes here.
Thanks so much.
All right, good to talk to you. Thank you.
Kyle, yes, from TrekNews.net. Thanks for coming out today. Always a pleasant time to be alive when a new Star Trek show comes out. How are you feeling about STARFLEET Academy?
Oh, I'm very excited. So, Robert Picardo is a dear friend.
Yeah.
Plays the Doctor. He played the Doctor in Voyage.
Right.
And he is very excited about it.
Yeah. We were just talking to him.
Yeah. So, just listening to him describe the series, I'm very excited about it.
Yeah.
So understand that the idea of the existence of an academy in Starfleet goes back to 1966.
That's right.
And so this is a natural, a very reasonable next idea. With a bunch of young athletes who are cadets.
Very talented group of people, huh?
It is to be hoped.
Yeah.
So this would be a Star Trek franchise pun. I'm very excited to see what this next generation of actors, directors, and producers, what do they have in mind? How do they see this franchise?
STARFLEET Academy seems to be a show of its time, so that I haven't seen a few episodes already. It's great.
I haven't seen any.
They don't give you streaming? It's like, what's going on? Do you get to go to set?
I visited. I was in Toronto on other business.
Okay.
And Bob showed me around a couple hours.
I mean, by all accounts, it's a remarkable production.
Oh man, it's huge.
And it looks expensive. And it looks like they're going all in, which is great. Where do you think Star Trek, what place does it have in today's society? What can people learn from it or take away lessons?
Let the record show I had never met him. Had I? I did not prompt him to ask this question.
Right, that's right.
The backbone of Star Trek, the reason it exists, is this vision of the future, optimistic view of the future through or by means of science. Optimistic view of the future with science. We need that now more than ever.
Right.
We are living in a very strange time.
Especially for the younger people.
Yes, from a scientific, our government's relationship to science right now is surprising and odd, but this franchise will remind everyone of what's possible.
Yeah, I love it. Well, hopefully you enjoy. You sticking around for the premiere today?
Oh yeah, that's it. That's why I'm here.
Yeah, yeah.
I love you, man, but I'm here to see some TV.
Yeah, well, I'm sure it'll be great. I've seen it twice. It's fantastic.
Cool.
Bob is great. You know, everyone's great. And thanks for coming out and celebrating the launch of a new show. Thank you for talking to Trek News.
Yes. Live long and prosper.
There we go. Hi, Mary. I'm Kyle with TrekNews.net.
Awesome. Nice to see you.
Thanks for coming out to help celebrate the launch of a new Star Trek show. It's always something to celebrate. How do you feel about being a part of this new brand TV show that really welcomes the next generation of Star Trek fans?
Oh, I think it's so cool. I'm so grateful to get to be a part of it. I'm super jazzed. I think it's such an awesome idea to kind of dig into what the Starfleet Academy is like and how you bring up the next generation of captains and lieutenants and all of that. So I'm really happy to be a part of it. My character being a teacher felt like it slotted in really, really well. And so for me personally, I'm just excited to get to continue my character's journey and to be a part of it.
Well, we're happy to see it too. One last question, because I know you got to go, but Discovery and Starfleet Academy are grand productions. A lot of money is put into them. What's the biggest difference between being on one set versus the other?
Oh, well, it's so bizarre because it's on the same literal soundstage as where we did Discovery.
Yeah.
So you're entering the doors of the soundstage expecting to see what you saw for so many years, and it's something completely different.
Right.
So it's both like the same and different, but you'll see in this show there are these like wide open, beautiful spaces. They're so well done, so gorgeous to look at.
The atrium is beautiful.
It's unreal, and that place is just huge. It's just like an entire soundstage, so that was really impressive.
Well, hopefully we see Tilly a lot more than the one episode you might be in season 1. But thank you so much for coming out and talking with us.
Yeah, my pleasure. Thank you.
I'm Kyle with TrekNews.net. Thank you for coming by. You look beautiful tonight. Congratulations on Starfleet Academy just about coming out the door. I know folks are going to see the preview tonight. What do you think Starfleet Academy offers the younger audience who may be tuning into Star Trek for the first time?
Well, yeah, I mean, I think it offers them an opportunity to get into Star Trek if they've never seen it before. It's very accessible. You don't have to have seen any Trek to get into it.
You mean you don't have to watch 600 episodes of television to catch up on Starfleet Academy?
I mean, you can.
Why not?
And you should.
Yeah, I'm sure Paramount would love that.
Yes, you must.
Yeah, absolutely.
No, but you don't have to, and I think that's an amazing thing for like Gen Z or millennials who haven't engaged yet, that they can like come through with this.
Talk about the dynamic between the cast, both the younger folks and then also the more seasoned actors who, I'm assuming, maybe don't put words in my mouth, you're giving the interview, but like have they put a mentoring role even off screen? Is that something that's happening?
Totally. I mean, yeah, in terms of the like dynamic between the cadets, we love each other. Like, I don't know what else to say. Like, we hang out all the time. Even like from the get-go, we sort of banded together. And I think that there's
there's a lot of people.
I think,
no problem.
Yes. I think that for like the cadets, us
Which was referred to
similar to the characters in that it's a lot of us our first big show of this caliber anyway. So yeah, it wasn't hard to get along and hang out and have that dynamic.
That's a huge bonding experience, I can only imagine.
Totally.
You're getting a second season, hopefully, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Hopefully this is the start of a long, long show. What do you think?
Hopefully. And then, yeah, I mean, to the point about our relationship and dynamic with, like, Holly, for example, I was just like...
We'll get to him soon.
Is that, yeah, like you mentioned, definitely mentorship comes to mind. That word. Like, Holly, I was so nervous to meet her. I remember the day I met her, I was just coming out of my first costume fitting, and she was so ready to be just like besties and like, hey, and I was just like,
in the presence of royalty.
I literally couldn't speak.
Yeah.
And yeah, she just is so warm and giving and generous and just welcomes us all in. So it's been an absolute joy.
So your character is a beta Zoid. Beta Zoid, yeah. Did you have any trepidation about stepping into like a legacy race like that? Because not every alien we see in STARFLEET Academy has been seen on TV before, but we have seen the Beta Zoid. So what was that like?
Yes and no, like everything. I did feel like when I first read the script and even like the audition sides, I felt so connected to Tarima. I feel very similar to her. You know, like since I was little, I was always told like I was too sensitive, so it felt very bright.
Well, I can only imagine that really helps your performance too.
Literally, like it just it felt right to play her. So that felt grounded, but then of course there was a bit of trepidation in like following in the footsteps of someone like Marina Sirtis, next gen like Beta Zoid Queen we love.
Yeah, that's a great point. Did you happen to talk to anybody, any legacy actors, including Marina?
I have not met Marina yet, but I am doing the Star Trek cruise and she'll be there, so I think that's where I'll first get to meet her, so I'm really excited.
That's a real riot by all accounts, so you'll have plenty of fun with that.
Yeah.
Last question for you, Zoe. What are you feeling right now? Like, what is your life like right now?
It's really very exciting.
Yeah.
It's really exciting to be here. Like, I don't know, maybe if you told me even, 2 years ago, like,
that you were doing this tonight.
I wouldn't believe it.
Yeah. Well, congratulations.
It's just easy. It's pop.
Thank you for talking to TrekNews.
Thank you.
Thanks. To you too. Thank you for coming out to celebrate the launch of a new Star Trek show.
Delighted to do it.
Remind you of old times at all?
No. Old times are old times.
Okay.
Those times were my times.
Love it.
The new times.
Okay.
This is their night.
Yeah.
No, it's great. But that the beat goes on.
That's right.
Is exhilarating.
They're never going to stop making Star Trek.
And now they're doing it for young people. StarFleet Academy, which is an interesting idea.
Well, this is not the first show of modern Trek for young people. Why did they take Star Trek Prodigy off of you? Can you get it back for us, please?
I think it was a mistake.
Yeah.
It's sitting on somebody's desk at Netflix who finds it nice.
And it's not even on Netflix anymore. They took it off.
Yeah.
Such a shame. Beautiful show. Beautiful show.
It really was. I think the Hageman brothers are extraordinary. They're geniuses. And the fact that it was toggled around like that really, I found deeply upsetting. But we're not going to go down that rabbit hole. Why?
Right, yeah, what's the point?
There's no end to it.
That's right. So, what does it feel like seeing your friend Bob Picardo come back on screen as the character he played a few years ago?
I'm delighted for him if he's delighted for himself. And when we just hugged right now, he seems to be quite happy.
Yeah, I think so.
It's not an easy thing to return to. We stamped it. That was the 90s.
That's right.
We brought these characters to life. When you create something like any other artist, I mean, you're doing it out of an original clay.
That's right.
So to revisit requires a certain discipline that calls on every part of your imagination, I should think.
Yeah.
But he's a superb actor, and he's a wonderful guy.
Do you think there's room in the new year, or maybe the year after that, for a Captain Janeway show? Admiral Janeway?
They seem to be chatting, but we'll see what all the chat's about.
Is it a hard yes for you? Like, is
it a hard yes?
Excited about the prospect?
Well,
the fans would get behind it.
I'm an actor.
Yeah.
I'm a hired gun.
Sure.
I mean, and we'll talk about this when somebody says, makes me an offer.
Yeah. Sure.
You know what I mean?
Well, thank you so much. Hopefully you're sticking around for the premiere.
What are you going to do about yourself in 2026?
Try to go to more red carpets.
That's not a good resolution.
How about this? I'll rewatch all of Voyager.
See your mother more often.
I will let her know that Kate Mulgrew said I should see my mother more often.
Very good.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
Quite a madhouse in here, huh?
Oh yeah, this is insane. I mean, I was really kind of calm coming into it, honestly, so this feels like just a big party with all of you guys and all my friends.
It is a big party. It's always a celebration to celebrate a new Star Trek show. Your character, Genesis, awesome name by the way, has a lot to do in the show. I can only imagine how intimidating it might be for you or any actor to walk into that role with all of the emotional baggage, the family baggage. She's very smart. She's kind of a smart ass. How did you approach bringing Genesis to life?
I took it one step at a time. I mean, I like to go about all of my characters for every project I do kind of the same way. I kind of just map out her world, map out her family, like you said, and what kind of itches her soul a little bit, so what her insecurities are, what makes her happy, and things that she might not tell people, her secrets. But I love playing Genesis. I was telling everyone today that she's such a dynamic character with a lot of layers, and to be able to play a female character with so many layers, like flaws, insecurities, but also strengths and everything, it's a privilege. It's so perfect.
I love it. Describe the dynamic you have with both the younger members of the cast and also the more seasoned people like Holly Hunter and Paul Giamatti. What that's like?
Oh my god, working with Holly and Paul has been, first of all, like checks off the bucket list.
I can only imagine.
Yeah, it's like I was kind of starstruck when I first met them, but they are some of the most genuine human beings I've ever met in my life. Especially, I didn't get to work a lot with Paul on screen. I get to hang out with him a lot off screen, but working with Holly, I mean, every single moment with her is so present, and she's so kind, and she has so much wisdom to share with all of us that it's like I feel like I need to keep like a file of like everything that she shares.
It must be a lot to keep track of. I mean, these shows, they're smart, they're dense, they're hour plus sometimes. So what do you hope Starfleet Academy brings to Star Trek fans? Maybe also the younger folks, but also the ones who have watched Star Trek for decades. What does Starfleet Academy offer those people?
I mean, Star Trek has a little bit of everything for everybody. We get a lot of legacy characters coming in. We have references to things that happen in the other shows. And then for the newer generation, I just hope it gives the newer generation hope. We get to see young people go through trials and, the hardships of life in space.
Yeah.
So I hope that everybody feels satisfied with what they see.
Awesome. Well, thanks so much for stopping by, and congratulations on tonight, and hope you have a good time.
Thank you. Thanks for having me.
Yeah.